Hi and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to FRITOK English Community Channel. I am Sugiyanto, and this is reading practice part 2. And I want to invite my friends in FRITOK English Community, Bunda Chicken, Mbak Meta, Ibu Maria, and Ibu Maula, Ibu Yati. Ibu Yati is the person who always comment every video in Free Talk English community channel. And then Pak Subarda, Pak Rincang, and yeah, all of my friends in Free Talk English community. All right, the benefit of reading practice is, yeah, you try to make good pronunciation in every single titles, and I believe every part we have a lot of vocabulary. If you focus reading practice and try to translate every single titles, I think every part more than 200 word you got. So please try it, guys, because it's so important to improve our English. So I wanna start my reading practice part 2. So number 1 is babysitting. I love babysitting when I was younger. It was a really easy way to make money. All I had to do was sit in my neighbor's house and look after the kids. That was the easy bit because the kids were usually asleep in bed. The parents would give me a lot of money for watching DVDs and eating snacks. When I was even younger, I liked it when my babysitter came round. They would always play games with us and let us stay up late. She would send us to bed just before my parents came home. I know in some countries, babysitting isn't so common. It isn't part of the culture. I suppose that's not such a bad thing. I read a lot in the papers nowadays about babysitters hitting the children because they don't sleep. That's really bad. Alright, next, number 2, bad habits. What are your bad habits? I think everyone has bad habits. Not everyone agrees on what bad habits are. Some smokers don't think smoking is a bad habit. Young people don't think listening to loud music on the train is a bad habit. In Japan, slurping your noodles is a sign that you enjoy your food, but making a noise while eating in England is not good. Have you ever tried to break your bad habits? I have quit I have quit smoking and have stopped leaving things laying around the house. I wish other people would stop their bad habits. I get annoyed when people are late for meetings or talk loudly on their phones in public. I also think many motorists need to think about their driving habits. Perhaps I should point out their bad habits. Number 3. Bath. One of my favorite times of the day is bath time. I absolutely love taking a bath. Baths are so much better than showers. Having a bath is the most relaxing thing. There is nothing better in life than sinking into a hot bath and letting the water take away from my troubles. A bath really makes you feel great. I especially like taking a bath before going to bed. Bath time is pretty much the only time of the day when you can really pamper yourself. It also means a lot of quality time to yourself. It's perfect for listening to music and reading a good book. The only thing I don't like about bath time is when I fall asleep and the water goes cold. Or even worse, when you want a bath and there's no hot water. Number four, beauty. People say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That means if someone thinks someone else is beautiful, then they are beautiful. I think the idea of beauty is interesting. Why do we think some things or some people are beautiful and others aren't? Some people think a building is beautiful, while others think the opposite. People nowadays spend too much time and money on beauty. I agree with the expression. Beauty is only skin deep. This means that what's really important is someone's heart and character, not what they look like on the outside. It's a little strange and unfair that you have to be beautiful to be a top actress or even a newsreader on TV. I think there should be equal right for most of us non-beautiful people. Next, number five, being afraid. An American president once said the only thing you have to fear is fear itself. Can't remember which president, but never mind. I think that's an interesting quote. It's so true. Most of the time, we all spend a lot of time worried or afraid that something bad will happen, and then nothing happens. It is the fear that frightens us, not the thing that might or might not happen. And then there are phobias. Millions of people are afraid or of something that the rest of the world, I'm sorry, I want to repeat. Millions of people are afraid of something that the rest of the world think is quite normal. How can you be afraid of things like peanut butter? There is actually a fear of peanut butter sticking off the roof or your mouth. Amazing. Fear is sometimes good. It makes us alert and can keep us safe in a dangerous situation. All right, number six, being married. Getting married is one of the happiest days of anyone's life. Being married is also full of happiness, but there are also many difficulties. It isn't always easy to be married. You have to put up with your spouse's bad habits and moods forever. You have to negotiate and compromise on many things from who first in the bathroom and in the morning to where you go on vacation. Of course, being married also has many wonderful sides to it. You have a lifelong friend who will love you forever. You share many wonderful times together and support each other through good and bad times. And you grow old together and look back on years of happy memories. I think being married is great for your soul. All right, thank you. And number seven, being single. Being single has its advantages and disadvantages. I think it's better to stay single when you're young. You need to live and have fun. You also need to freedom to do what you want when you want. Being single in your 20s gives you lots of time to go traveling, see the world, and experience different things. Most people like being single in their 20s and then want to settle down in their 30s. I think being single later in life can be sad. All of your friends are married or attached, and people tend to go out and party less. I think being single when you're old would be very lonely. The longer you stay single, the harder it becomes to settle down. In some countries, people think you're strong if you're single later on in life. All right, number eight, birthdays. Birthdays are brilliant. I am 62 years old and still love them. I don't think I've ever had a bad birthday. In fact, I think birthdays get better and better the older you become. Sure, kids love birthdays because they get presents and get to eat cake. But when you get older, birthdays make you feel special. It's your special day. Even if no one wishes you a happy birthday, it is still your special day. A lot of my friends think I'm mad. They had their birthdays because it means they're another year older. I hope I get to celebrate my 100th birthday. I'm not sure if I can blow out 100 candles too. When I look back at all my birthdays, it's difficult to choose the best. I'll just say my last birthday is always the best one. Next, number nine, books. Don't think, don't you think books are the best thing in the world? I can't remember a time in my life when I wasn't reading a book. I still have memories of being in my school library when I was about 5 years old. I have been a bit of a bookworm since then. You'll usually see me with my head buried in a book. I love all kinds of books. Novels are great for getting to know other worlds and cultures. A good book is one where you never want the story to end. I also like autobiographies because I think it's interesting to read about people's life. Encyclopedias are cool too. You can learn everything about everything in this. I still prefer books to the internet. Books need to be in your hand and made of paper. Number 10. Bullying. I've never understood bullying. Why do people have to make the life of another person so miserable? Why do they think they have the right of punk and kick someone they think is weaker than them? I was bullied when I was a child. It was a living hell. I was really afraid to go to school for many, many years. I knew I was not safe during break times. It was always a group of bullies that got me in the corridors or on the playing field. They made me hate school. I know they also changed me for life. I have no confidence now. I am 32 years old, but I'm afraid to speak up for myself. The school bullies took away my belief in myself. They didn't know that they would scare me for life. The physical scares have gone, but not the emotional ones. All right, thank you. So, okay, right now is your turn to try to reading practice. Start from reading practice part 1 until part 2. Next, I will give you the part 3 and we can try to reading practice together. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.